Minecraft stream, I guess. Ooh. Building medieval Minecraft stuff. As you can see, I already have some of the city done. I got my trebuchets, pretty cool. I'm gonna build more of those later, so stick around. Got this gatehouse with these statues over here. This over here is my friend's little area. That's the border. I'm not sure why he built a giant wall on our border, but you know, whatever, right? This is the River Guardian. One of my friends thought it would be hilarious to build this kitty unicorn, and you know, he thought it would be I'd like get mad or something. I actually thought it was hilarious, so decided to keep it and turn it into like a river goddess or something. It's weird, but it's hilarious. So got these houses, which I'm probably going to change. They don't look very good. I think I need to match them more with the road. Got this bridge over here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool bridge. Of course, got this giant statue over here. You know, that wasn't glaringly obvious. Not the best statue in the entire world, but it's alright. Got my harbor going over here. Got these cranes working, but no ships. Those are coming later. Most of this is texturized, except all the way over here is not. Got my other gate, which isn't as cool as the first gate that I show you, but it's alright. I've got a bridge over here between like two gatehouses. Pretty cool. Oh, and the city's colors are, you know, black and yellow and green, so that's why you can see most of this crapola along the walls. Most of my city is built in levels, so we have like the harbor level, we have the main level, we have the upper level. It's cool. This is the castle. It's a smaller castle, but it's pretty cool, I'd say. Over here we have our prison. It's just a big tower. And then we go up these steps. And there's the prisoners. And more prisoners. And more prisoners. And up here is like a little area for the prisoners to go out. It's the prison yard, I guess. It's cool. It's cool. Oh, how did you get out of that? Did you jump off the wall? How did you even get out of the dang castle? Oh, that's how. Let's go back there. I want you to be getting out of that. Back to the how in the heck did you even get over here? Ashes. Alright, into the ah crap. Into the castle. Don't you be doing that again, bruh. I don't need you dying. Oh, that must be, he must have gone up here and then jumped off. And I see. I see. And as you can see, I have this few buildings mapped out. I'm currently working on this giant military academy. Looks like a castle. It's going to be much cooler than that castle over there. But it's a military academy. Got this great hall that looks kind of like a church, but, you know, it's a great hall. Great hall. Yeah. Okay. And then over here I've got the keep, also known as the officers' quarters. Shut that door. We got the servants' quarters with these fireplaces in here. Servants' kitchen. Fireplace to warm up the big room. officers' quarters. Officers' quarters. We've got the commandant's quarters. It's the commandant's desk. Commandant's other stuff. And the commandant's giant four-poster bed. Because, you know, they deserve it. Up here we have just a floor in between those and the top. Go up to this. Here we have matriculations. I feel like I pronounced that wrong, but it was alright. There, you know, shoot arrows. Pretty great. Windows. And then climb to the very top. And this is actually the tallest building in the entire world, so it's pretty cool. So that's this city. I call it Maria Garth, which in Elvish means like jeweled city, as you can tell why. Got my fields over there. Alright, next on the list. Before I have to show you everything before I go build, so. Next we have my friend's area, which I'm not going to show you because it's not really got anything. Next I'll show you this Viking village. It's got these little houses here. They're pretty cool. We got a little palisade around it. And we have this inn and some chickens and some beets and this little dock, which I think is pretty cool. It's made out of washed out campfires. Yeah, you see this inn. It's pretty nice. I did not build it. My friend Microvet built it. Wow. It's the interior is not finished, but it looks really nice. And here's like the basement area, which is storage, which I think this is actually really nice. Why is 16 apples in each? I mean, I guess that, never mind, I'm an idiot. It's a really nice building though. Alright, next, we're moving on to another one of my in-progress constructions. This giant city castle over here. It's gonna be kind of like the bad guy city. It's pretty dang big. It's not very worked on yet because, you know, it's gonna take forever to build. It's gonna be an underground city, like there's gonna be pits and stuff. It's gonna be cool. And finally, I have my actual main city that I first constructed. It's not the best city that I've ever made, but it's the biggest, and it's the first one, and it's the only finished one, so. It's pretty cool. I can give you a small tour. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. The first thing I ever built in this world was this little, like, castle thing. I turned it into, like, a manor house. It's alright. This is the embassy from my friend's world. Cool. This is the Great Library, the original Colosseum, the prison, and the guard tower. This area is called the Old City because this is all stuff I made first. Over here, we have a little toll station for anyone trying to get in. I recently redid it. Looks better than it did before. We got this lighthouse. We got a statue. And now we have this big boat, which is very, very wide for a boat. But, you know, it's my first attempt at a boat ever. And it's one of 2 boats in the entire world, so. We have the fortress of the king of this city, because all the cities have different kings. It's pretty defendable on the ground. It's got this ravine on this side and stuff. And up here is really the only way that you could attack it feasibly. Then we have the harbor district, also known as the temple district. We have the bathhouse, which I also recently redid. Looks pretty dang nice. Got them fires under there. We have the water temple with these little sphinxes outside. We have an apartment building here. We have a house that I made that my friend took over. He decorated the inside. We have this pool back here, which he kind of claimed. This is his house. It's cool. Benume, if you have ever heard of him, he's a pretty good builder. And there's a meth lab up here, because he likes making little Easter eggs in his world, and most of them are meth labs. Here's a little guard tower for the city wall. Another house that I have decorated. It's not as good, it's just a little peasant's house. Here is an aqueduct that runs from the main temple down. Here's the temple of the cow. Well, the mushroom. They're pretty cool. Here's another boat that I built. It's, I'd say, better than that one, but not by much. I have these warehouses over here. You can see they're all numbered. You can go. Let's go inside this one. This one, pairs me in. This one's got chests. I think one of them has fish. I'm gonna check. Ah, here's the fishies. Wait, where'd my fishies go? No, fishies, no. Dang it, fishies are dead. Barrels. Melons, and I think pumpkins, yeah. Alright, next we have the big temple. Well, we'll first show you the statue. Here's this big statue. All of these temples are for the Acroian gods, because they're the original religion that I made in this world. It's kind of like, you know, Roman gods and the Greek gods. So that's the temple of the, like, patron god or goddess of the city. I'm not sure whether male or female, it doesn't matter. Here's the main temple, the temple of the man in the chair, who is the king of the gods. We've got a little redstone hooked up, so if you offer him something, offer him some andesite, he will be pleased. He's very pleased with your offering. And, you know, fire and stuff makes it look cool. Over here we have a little shrine to the water god people, because there's a water pool right here, and this feeds the aqueduct. Now it goes to the bottom and goes out. Alright, so that's the harbor district. Here we have a little warehouse shed thing. I don't even know what this is, just a small building. Here's the hippodrome. It's pretty cool. It's, see, is my horsey still in here? Ah, yes, it's gorgeous. It's the hippodrome where you race horses. It's cool. It's not the best thing I'm going to build. I'm going to build a new hippodrome over in the other city. It'll look better. Then over here we've got a little guard tower, and this is the apartment buildings area. It's all the apartments. A small inside harbor on the river. And we have the military district with this ridiculously confusing and complex military tower. That if you go inside, you'll see why. It's the rooms are just, once you go up, everything is confusing. You can't find your way, and it's great. And then these little statues here. I built them long before this wall was here, and that was all just desert. Then I have the guard tower, which is pretty great because, you know, people will have to, like, crowd in there, and that can just rain death down upon them. We have a little training area and animal area. There's some stables. Are there one chicken apparently, mushrooms, and target practice. Then we have this little fort here. I think it's one of the cooler forts I've ever made. I just think it looks good. I don't think I've interior decorated this fort. And then we have the military harbor district. Well, the military district is separated into three. This is the military command. This is army, like military army, and this is navy. So we have a navy dockhouse, like a dockhouse here where they can put their stuff. Warehouse. And we have a big beacon fire. You can see from here. You can see just about everything. You can see that the city over there. You can see the Viking village, and well, that the other one's too far away to be able to see. And here's a little castle thing. Now going back out of the military, we have this bridge. Go across. We're gonna roleplay because this is my favorite bridge here. So, got these cool guys guarding it. Oh man, I wonder what's coming up next. Oh, would you look at that? It's this big plaza. Alright, so this plaza has this fountain I made. It's a very, very, very simple fountain. This is the Gladiators Manor. It's really cool. This is where the gladiators live. And this, of course, is the Colosseum. Got those axe guys and the spear guys. It's cool. You go inside. We can walk around the outside. Generally, this is where they sell stuff. And then you walk inside, and dun 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 dun. Let's go find a seat. I'm gonna get a pretty good seat here. Actually, let's go up more so I can see more stuff. We'll go up here and you can see lots of stuff. Ooh, fight, fight, kill, kill. Let's go. Woo. Oh, and there's an underground under here, which is accessed through the manor. Actually, you go down, and you go under the water, and you come up. And this is how the gladiators get to do stuff. They're just like, I'm gonna kill you. Rawr. Next, we have a gatehouse over here that leads over to that road, which leads to this road winds around and it leads to the Viking village. It's an alright gatehouse on the wall. Here's some housing that I've made. So they sell stuff here. This little shop area. It's cool. Here is an inn. Again, this isn't the best. This city is not as good as that other city. It's cool. It's alright. Here's a little shed. Actually, here's a little Easter egg in the shed. This is the one Easter egg that I'll show you that I've made. Go down in here. And there's a little hideout. There's a little outlaw hideout. There are a few of those actually littered over the city, but can't tell you where they are or anything else about them because they're Easter eggs. And so if you ever want to get on, just message me and join if I say that you can. This is an inn, Sandy Inn. We got over here, we got Jerry's Place, the restaurant. This is the blacksmith and stuff. We have armor, we have weapons. Up here we have Tools R Us, which is my favorite name of all of my stores, just because it sounds bad. But it's not, really. And then we have our open air market over here. With all of the market stalls, very colorful. Lots of stalls everywhere. Selling literally anything you can think of that might be in a survival world. Then next we'll go to the amphitheater. We're going to get a nice front row seat. Watch this play. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. I'm actually very happy with this amphitheater. But that's beside the point. Next, we will go over to this Boats and Floats. I actually like that name too. Where they sell boats. Surprise, surprise. And here's another little dock. It's a civilian's dock. And here's like a little pool outside the area. Just basically, if anyone tries to sail in here, they're going to get murdered from the walls. It's going to be great. Here's another gatehouse. I like this gatehouse more than that one over there, but it's not my favorite gatehouse. More walls and stuff. And wow, it's already been 20 minutes for this tour. Got this Roman, what would you call it? Water mill. Wow, couldn't think of what it was called. And here's the, water mill part. It's cool. Here's the inside, which is not done at all. Here's another little pool that feeds that, and it also feeds a little thing I'll show you later. Here we have another temple, the only temple in this entire area, like the only actual temple. It's the bad guy temple. Ooh. The, like, Dark Lord temple. It's not because people worship him, it's just because, you know, he's one of the gods, so they have to kind of keep him happy. If you go this way, we have more housing. A little water shrine to the water god, because that's like everyone's favorite. Because, you know, they're all merchants who travel in ships. Here's some different villas. Some of them I like, some of them I don't. This one is one of them that I don't. But, you know, whatever. Here's a larger villa. It's more of a Roman villa. Actually, I quite like this one. Here's a smaller house. But still a big house. This is like the rich people area. I don't want the poor people. No, regular people live in these houses. You can see there are a lot of these houses. And they're basically copy and pasted, except, you know, it's PlayStation 4, so I'm not going to copy and paste anything. Just forgot to show you over here, we have another gatehouse, which is pretty cool. I like this bridge. We have the ballisti, which is plural for ballista, if you didn't know. And you get a pew-pew, shoot them off. They shoot arrows. I can't remember what kind of arrows I have. I think they're damage. Yes, they are. And just shoot them out and go pew pew, pew pew. Except this one's blocked. You know, whatever, right? They're cool. They defend against the nomadic people over there and the village over there. And then finally, the last thing is the university. It's a college which only offers 2 majors: engineering and agriculture, because those are the 2 things that you really have to learn. Merchant engineering is, you know, you learn about building cool stuff like that over there, that Colosseum, which is actually, I think, the coolest thing in this whole city. But farming, like, just you don't really need to learn it, but it works. It just works. The inside is very empty. It's just a shell. And some of you might think, like, what about military? Well, the military school is also over here. This is where they learn to be military, so they don't have to be. Yeah. So this is the city-state of, I can't remember what it's called. I have a little history here. No, I don't want to do that. I'll read it. Akroan is the big giant land that everything is in. It's like the country. So you have Arianos is what this is called, and Maria Garth. Palananthor is where my friend, that's his little territory over way yonder. Arianost again. Arianost. You can see all of these are like Lord of the Rings based elvish stuff. Teir Arben is the giant statue. That's the history so far. And so Denithar the second and his people are the people who live over in that city over yonder, that big city that I'm working on, over that way. And then there's this little road you can go on back to this city. I'll show you one Easter egg, because it's not really an Easter egg, but it's cool. It's you go adventuring in these little caves. It's call them cultist caves. You can go in there and you can find random stuff. Like if you go down here, here's the entrance to the cultist caves. And here's this little, like, sadistic ritual going on. Yeah, there's magic stuff hidden in the cave. That's the ritual that they're doing right now. And, yeah. And so you can go down. You probably should bring some potions and stuff. It's pretty dark. And you can't see anything at all, ever. Unless you have a torch or a potion, as I said. I almost forgot this cute little, not really cute, but you know, it's a little like trident for the sea god, kind of in relation to Poseidon, you know. It's right in between everything. You can see all of the lands around the lake from here. It's not necessarily the center of the lake, but it's cool. So now to actually building stuff. Well, I was working on this. I'm not sure if I want to keep working on it or not. I'm kind of in the middle of projects. Most people plan out like they'll plan out like an entire castle or something. I do that sometimes. Like I planned out my whole city wall over here, as you can see, at least on this side. But here I'm just planning out individual buildings and then making them fit together. Like I think this is the keep. It's, you know, I already showed you it, but I think it definitely fits with this little great hall. And I'll just have like the training ground down here. I'll probably have a few towers around. I have a tower sitting over there. A few towers around, a wall, some barracks. But I'll figure out where to fit that out later. Down here is where I'm going to make my giant hippodrome slash gladiator arena, depending on what I want to do. I was going to make some mansions over here for all of them rich people. And so you can see the other city from there. And then I'll have like a miners guild over in here. This is all like temporary. This is my plan right now, but it might change. Let's see what else is there. Oh yes, all this area over here, it's gonna be like the industrial area where like all the stores and stuff are. Oh, and there are gonna be mines, because that's the main export of this city, is mining stuff. As you can tell, because everything is jeweled. Like a ridiculous amount of jewels. People say, oh yeah, looters are gonna come get them. I'm like, I want to see a looter try to take over this city. If the city falls, so what? So be it. I mean, like, if the city falls, they can loot. It doesn't matter. It's not like it's gonna be beautiful after it falls, because it just got sieged for months. But you know, if I was gonna attack, I can't really say anything about that side right now because I haven't finished anything yet, so I wouldn't really, I don't know. But if I was going to attack it right now, I'm gonna just pretend that those walls are completed and stuff, and that there's defenses back here. Well, I would not want to go past this giant fortress that I'm currently building right here. It just seems like a suicide mission. Try to march past that, get murdered. And there's this giant ravine over here that protects the people, so like if an army tried to march this way, they'd have to go around the ravine. I'm going to be building walls on this side of the mountain. I'm not sure if I'm going to go all the way around up here, because this is, you know, a giant mountain that goes all the way up over here. I don't think I will, but I might, just to screw with that town over there. You know, these towns don't like each other. So, this little vale I think is perfect for a city. And have some more studio stuff over here and over here. I'm thinking building a cathedral somewhere over here. I have like the three main like powers in the city. We have the like king in the castle. We have the military school, and the commandant will have a ton of power because, you know, they train some of the finest soldiers. And the cathedral is, you know, the religious power of the city. And they're all like steer across from each other, and yeah, this one is obviously the coolest castle that I've built in this world. I mean, you might have other opinions, but I think it's pretty dang cool. So, yeah, let's see. I know I'm gonna build some new houses over here, because I don't really like those houses. I don't think they really fit in with the city. I think they need to be better. What I'm going for is like a medieval German town, combined with a little bit of fantasy. And so, I don't know. I'm using this andesite, because andesite is sexy. Both polished and unpolished, as you can tell, because I use both. So we're going to start with a little bit of landscaping here. Anyone who watches this, I'm not sure that there will be many, but anyone who does, y'all can figure out which city is your favorite and which isn't. You know, comment in the comments if anyone actually watches this. I'm just doing this because I'm super bored and, you know, whatever, right? And also talking to myself is fun sometimes. I do need to fix that. First things first, let's lay out these walls over here. Oh, wait, what have I done? No. Dang it. Well, that's why. I was right the first time. For those of you who watch this and don't know me as a person, I'm a little bit edgy, so I'll just get that out of the way right now. Because otherwise it's not going to be a fun time for you guys, and I'm going to sit here where you guys will just be like, what is this dumb idiot person doing, I was gonna say bathroom, but can't do that. It's YouTube. I know a lot of builders lay out like their entire cities, and that's fine. But I think a city looks more natural if you just go with it. You know, whatever you think would look good in the city. I know I already talked about this, but like right here, I know I'm gonna build houses, but I don't have a specific kind of house to build. I'm just gonna be building different kinds of houses. Like here, I guess I kind of did the same kind of house, but it's in different shape. Some people might think, you might think that, oh, you need a lot of roads and stuff. No, I have this one big road I got. It's cool. It's this big road. It goes through everywhere. But I don't have little roads. It's just they're built on the surface and people can walk through. I mean, I might have more roads over here where this stuff gets steeper, but might as well go start working over here. Alright, let us see. So we have, gonna have to destroy some of this sand over here. Gotta make a boat shop somewhere. I'm thinking probably right in here, because this is a pretty big little area. It's gonna be, it's kind of like a Roman city in German style, I guess you could say. Or maybe it's not any style. Maybe it's just my style. You know what? If that's the case, I don't give a flying crap. Oh, that's only 3. Dang it. Alright, let's see. What level am I at here? A lot of people also like to make their stuff look natural. I mean, that's good, but sometimes you just gotta have it be unnatural. Like this. You gotta have it be super, like the city stuff. I guess if I don't make sense sometimes, like, but you know what I mean here. At least I hope so. I want to start getting some of my industrial buildings in here. Don't worry, some of this might be demolished later when I do make a boat shop. So, for any of you wondering about that, don't be worried. It's gonna come in later. Not even might be destroyed. Some of this will be destroyed because I'm gonna have to figure out a spot to make a little dock for the boatmaster peoples. There's nothing wrong with planning everything out. I know that's kind of random, but there's nothing wrong with planning everything out. Just not my style. I think this looks good, right? This is all me just going with the flow. Especially like this castle and trees over here. And that castle that I'm currently working on. Slash, it's a military academy, but you know, whatever, right? Same difference. Gosh dang it. See, doesn't that look good? It just comes out. It's a nice little harbor area. I know a lot of this city is going to be pretty square because, you know, I've got these 4x4 sections, but I don't think that really matters. I think it looks good how it is. If a little unrealistic, I think it does look alright. And I might add a few curved sections to this little area just to mix it up a little. Let's see how this looks. I don't think that. I'm gonna have to fix that. think I should wait till I get friends on here. I mean, I have friends, not saying that I don't. I'm saying that they're currently unavailable. But it's quite hilarious when, you know, we get on here and joke around. If you watch some of my older Fortnite videos, you know, I know Fortnite is cancer, okay? Don't pay attention to the fact it's Fortnite. But you can watch some of the old ones, and it's actually quite hilarious because me and the boys are just screwing around. Or most of the time it's me screwing around and the boys are playing Apex Legends, because by the time that I really got into Fortnite, everyone wasn't. But that's okay. Because now we all know Fortnite's cancer. Sorry if my joke offends anyone. As I told you, I'm a bit edgy, so. It'll get pretty bad sometimes. My humor. It's not good. Yeah, crap. What have I done? For a tip for any of those out there who are building any canals or something like this, I know this one's kind of square, but uh, pick a number and that should of blocks that should go in between, and just keep it that number, no matter what the shape of your thing is, whether it's straight or whether it's curved. My magic number is 4. Yours might be 5, 6, 18, 29, 47. I don't know. Hopefully not 47. That might be a little weird. I'm gonna round this side out a little bit. I mean, I guess if you're making like a giant or ridiculously large thing, you can do 47, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'm about to break my own rule. Oh boy. Love being hypocritical in my own videos. There are not 4 spaces in between each of these, so that's not good. But it will look alright. I hope. Alright. So there are situations where you can break that rule of things, I guess. As long as this looks alright, then you can break it. If it doesn't look alright, then you can't. Looks fine. I have not lit up the bottom of this bridge. Let's do that. No. There we go. Now I got a nice little lit up bottom of my bridge. Let's check this out at nighttime. Again, I want to see anyone try to like march past this fort. Just be like, die. Or they'll be up here in this little area down here. And they'll be like, arrow, psh, die. Let me grab a bow and arrow. Actually, let's do this medieval style. Now they're dead. Now they're dead. Hop up. Go in that window. Castle. Dang, that went far. Holy cow. That's impressive. Let's see if I can hit. There, yeah. Hey, look, I hit it once. I hit it these times. This isn't... Let's turn it back to daytime. This is the premier place to hit anything in the city. I mean, over there it'd be pretty hard to hit, but you down there, I'm just like, pow, now you're dead. Let's sink into that log. Dang it, I forgot to compensate for gravity. Let's see. Let's say I'm an army marching through. I want to see if I can actually attack that. Alright, so I marched over the river somehow. I got over this river. And now there's this giant fortress in my way. I'm gonna try to take over that castle, but there's this giant fortress. It's raining arrows on me. I don't think there's anything you could do against defenders on that tower very well without getting an easy bow shot range. One of them went over the tower. I guess really the only thing you could do is just march as far away from that tower as possible. It's the worst is getting into this far here where you're under fire from that castle and the tower. So I mean, if you're gonna have to take over the city from this side, you're gonna have to march up this mountain and take this tower. And you have to go up this single wide staircase. Yeah, so if they take over that castle, this castle is screwed. Because these aren't very effective. If they can shoot from above you, they can land an arrow like that, like right in there. The only safe spot is like right here. Pew. Die people on the wall. Right, let's see, how would I attack his kingdom? Oh, I jump from here. For him attacking my city, how would I do this? Yeah, float over this wall over here. I would definitely take this bridge if I could. An important strategical thing if you could take this bridge. Because even if you had a land army, and you could conquer the, like this side of the river, then you'd have to go across that super fortified bridge. And just pow. I'll use a sword for this, but then you'd come through and you'd actually be able to attack the castle from this. Problem is that, you know, these fortifications don't really work if they can shoot above you. Let's just rain some death down upon them. Did I really go over the castle? Real death trap is this entrance right here. Hold your shields to block it from that way. Phew, death. Also, this courtyard's a pretty big death trap, so you're just like, pshaw. I'm gonna go and then back. And then anyone going around there can go back. Push on. Up to this main castle would be pretty hard. So they could just archers come to me. Just be standing right here and be like, push on. You can see now that I'm planning out a little bit, but most of this is just impromptu, whatever I feel like should go there. Ah, crap. What have I done? Can't believe I done this. Landscaping time. Oh boy, what have I done? As I said, a lot of this will be changed eventually, because this is definitely not how my final canal is going to look. It's going to need bridges and stores and stuff. So, you know, if you're doing something like this, feel free to change it up. Like this little area right here is going to need to be destroyed if I'm going to make a bridge. Which I need to because people want to be able to get across the river. The great thing about this little canal area is that, you know, if someone were to take the other side of the river, then this side of the river would be able to use this as a wall, kinda. There's a little canal. It's more of a river, but you know, same difference, right? Oh boy. Mm. Well, I hope you guys got some inspiration or something from this. I will probably do another stream sometime where I actually build some big stuff. But until then, enjoy this video. Well, thanks for enjoying this video. I know it was long and it was kind of boring, but we got this. We're going to close out with a beautiful, actually, no, we're not going to go over there. We're going to close out with a beautiful view from the front of the city. I think it's a gorgeous view. Well, thank you all for joining, and I will see you some other time.